Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn, and today we are checking out One Piece Odyssey. Now, we checked out One Piece Odyssey before, but now it's actually approaching release. It releases on January 13th, might be around January 12th, depending on where you are in the world. And so One Piece Odyssey, when we checked it out before, I was like, you know, this looks cool. And it's not what I was originally hoping. It looks good, okay? It straight up looks like they just looked at Dragon Quest XI and took all of the art assets from Dragon Quest XI and went, what if we made One Piece out of this? And that's really what it feels like, both in terms of world design, character design, art direction, combat style. It literally just feels like Dragon Quest One Piece edition. And so with that in mind, though, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not made by the Dragon Quest team. Just point out, we looked it up, it is not. It just really looks like it could be. I was hoping that this would be along the lines of what the Fairy Tail game was and what DBZ Kakarot is, which is the ability to play through at least the start of a story for a significant anime like Fairy Tail, Dragon Ball, or One Piece in a video game form for people that don't want to sit there and chew their way through a very significant number of episodes. It is not that. I will let you know that right now. This is a new, unique story that takes place within the One Piece universe. But let's go ahead and take a look at what it has. So we have a few trailers. We have the full memory trailer, a gameplay trailer, and the official demo overview video. I do have one more. We're not going to check it out. I will read some stuff off of it. It is over an 11-minute long trailer called the System Trailer. There's some stuff in the description that we'll talk about just a little bit, but it's a little long, especially when the gameplay trailer is already 7 minutes. So I'm going to include that in the description, but we're not watching it. But we'll start with the full memory trailer.
Peggy 12.
That game looks good. If you like the art style that Dragon Quest XI was done in. Dude's got 2 cigars. I feel like a lot of this would mean a lot more to me if I knew almost anything about One Piece. Because this is definitely a showcase of sorts, right? Like, these are going to be some of the characters that you get to see and interact with in the game. His eyes scare me. Which one? There's a few sets of eyes that might scare you. One Piece has so many fun design characters. It's a very iconic show. Like, even if you don't watch One Piece or don't like One Piece, you still know what One Piece looks like. Demo will be available January 10th. I think that's the day that we are recording this. And then, of course, there's, some pre-order bonuses and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the gameplay trailer. So, real quick, super minor spoilers for the game, which is, we talked about how this is not a like retelling of One Piece's story. This is a completely separate story where the characters have been dropped into a unique world that is not the normal world that One Piece takes place in, and they have largely lost their memories, and they have to recover these memories to progress through the island that they are on and get through the island and presumably get off the island at some point, right, and get back to the world that they're from. I imagine that depending on how the memories are structured, you might see pieces of what happens in the core One Piece story through those memory shots, but otherwise this is a playhouse, essentially. So, all right, this is the gameplay trailer. Alabasta. Nanohana. I'm really glad that we're seeing more voice acting in just like non-cutscene scenes in games now. Oh, I should actually be paying attention to these things at the bottom, because there was another one of these, right? What was this back here? Adventuring inside Memoria, the world of memory. In One Piece Odyssey, you can experience the adventures of the Straw Hat crew and iconic locations of the original anime with an RPG twist. Field action, freely swap between the various members of the Straw Hat crew to explore not only the mysterious island Wofford, but also Memoria at your leisure. Sorry, I'll be sure to read those. I was looking at the game instead of looking at the little pop-ups. Character action, each Straw Hat crew member has a unique field action. Chopper, for example, can fit through tight spaces. I was like, did he just shoot his arm up there? Ah, wouldn't be a modern game without a grappling hook. At least this one makes sense. Conversation with Straw Hat crew. To experience the Straw Hat crew's adventures, we have included mini conversations they would have had in their travels. Grappling hook is hilarious. Like I said, at least this one makes sense. Instead of someone's like, don't worry, I have a grappling hook. He's like, I'll just stretch my arms out there. Various side stories will become available as you progress through the main episodes. Side stories will require use of each Straw Hat's different skills. Something else. I want to play with that bird. They are not all fully voice acted. Shame. I mean, in JRPGs, there's a lot of dialogue, so I'm never surprised when they don't have even the side dialogue fully voiced out, but it is disappointing when it isn't, especially when you have established characters. Enemy creatures roam the field. Approach them to begin a battle. Very stylish menus. Much more stylish than Dragon Quest XI. I'm continuing to make this comparison to Dragon Quest XI because that just is what this game feels so very close to. Type effectiveness. There are a total of 3 types, battle types: power, speed, and technique. The damage inflicted with each type increases. Advantage increases while the damage inflicted by character with the type advantage is decreased. I do kind of wish it wasn't turn-based. I know why it's turn-based. If you want a non-turn-based One Piece game, there's the One Piece Pirate Warriors. I realize they're just, you know, Samurai Warrior style games. They're just Musuo style, but that's probably why they went with turn-based, so that it was different on a significant level from the Pirate Warriors games. Each character has many unique skills. Skills can damage single and multiple enemies, heal, and support allies, and cause status ailments. It is a turn-based JRPG. Long-range attacks could also be used to defeat enemies in another area. What? If there are no enemies in a character's area, they can move to the other areas and defeat enemies with close-range attacks. So there is a question of positioning in this, which does not exist in Dragon Quest XII. So you can see that Luffy is fighting somebody way off on the side here. Like if my camera wouldn't die on me. You can see Luffy in the back here. You can't see my mouse for crap. And then Nami is fighting somebody over here on the side. And I'm guessing that she uses that skill to hit somebody over here instead? Or does it just hit the enemy in front of her? Or does it hit both of them? Looks like it hit everybody. Okay. Items can be used. They restore HP and TP for skills as well as apply buffs. It is an RPG. Man, what is in that system overview that isn't in this trailer? Like, genuine question. Special battles called dramatic scenes will occur randomly with combat conditions unique to something or other. Unique to a Straw Hat sortie. If the conditions are met, you'll earn increased experience after the battle. So there's something to kind of shake up mechanics and fights a bit. Does she actually have that ability in the show? That's another question that I would have is like, I know, you know, I obviously know that like Zoro has his triple swords and then, you know, Luffy ate the gum fruit and that's why he's all bendy and stuff. But I don't actually know how many abilities these people actually have. Numerous side episodes. In addition to the main episodes, there are many side episodes. There are also side stories in which you interact with the residents of the One Piece world and bounty hunts in which you fight against villains. Sounds like they really packed a lot into this. Not a bad thing, just an observation. Like, does Nami have a staff that she's able to summon Thunderbolts with? I don't actually know. Well, like I said, it is a JRPG-ass JRPG. Okay, this is the system trailer. I don't feel like there's anything actually that meaningful in here because they broke down a lot of this information already to us in that last trailer. This feels just like extra information. Talking about how a different battle experience for the combat scenes, the moment-to-moment stuff, collect items, the crew party members engage in conversations. This is exactly the same as what we just watched, just longer. Okay. So we will check this out. This is the official demo overview video. This just came out a few days ago. The game is available in a demo form right now, but we'll see if there's anything unique in this demo. This is how you get to watch One Piece. The problem is like, if I was to play a One Piece game, I'd want it to be focused on just showing me the story of One Piece. And that's not quite what this is.
ついにですね、来週発売となります本作なんですけれども、12月のジャンプフェスタでも告知させていただきましたように、発売直前ではあるんですけれども、待ちきれない皆様のために本作のですね、体験版を1月10日に無料配信することが決定しました。本作のジャンルは RPG ですので、本編でですね、体験できる要素は結構多岐にわたることもありまして、購入前にですね、どのような内容をご体験いただくのがベストかということを協議してまいりました。その中で、
RPG demos are really, really hard to get right.
本作でしっかり内容をですね、理解していただいた上で、冒険に臨んでいただけるように、イベント等で皆さんに使用いただいた範囲を含みつつなんですけれども、ゲーム開始から1、2時間程度ですかね、をゲームプレイを楽しめるものを用意しました。具体的にはですね、冒頭でルフィたちが謎に満ちた島ワクルドに上陸してリムやアディオと出会うというこの作品の導入や冒険の目的、そして期間部分のゲームシステムを体験いただける内容になっています。この範囲を体験版にさせていただいた理由なんですけれども、物語にスッと入りやすいことも理由の一つなんですけれども、それ以外に本作が RPG であることに対して世界観への没入感などの側面ではすごく期待の声をいただいている一方で、飽きが来やすかったり、テンポ感が悪かったりなどの、RPG に特有の部分で心配をされているユーザーの方も結構多いなというふうに感じたことも理由になっています。本作はですね、その点についてしっかり対応していることを確認いただくのにも、チュートリアルもですね、含んでいるゲーム冒頭部分というのはちょうどいい場所だなというふうに思いました。体験版では例えば一般的なコマンドバトルが結構ボタン連打で、飽きやすいものになりがちという問題に対して、本作なりのアプローチで、ワンピースの要素をしっかり取り入れて、考えて、攻略するやりごたえのある戦闘体験を、確認していただけるかなというふうに思っています。体験版はですね、最後までクリアすると本編購入時にその地点から再開してプレイできる引き継ぎ機能があります。そのためですね、すでにご予約いただいている方も購入後すぐに続きから遊ぶことができますので、こちらはご安心ください。またですね、プレイボーナスには冒険に役立つアイテムゴールデンゼリーというものも配布されますので、本編をですねプレイする方にもぜひ遊んでいただきたいと思っています。本体験版はですね、ゲーム冒頭部分の内容をできる限りそのまま抜き出しているため、実際にですねプレイできる内容については違いはありません。ただしですね、RPG とはやっぱり様々な要素を徐々に解放していってエンディングにたどり着くゲームになっていますので、これまでですね紹介してきた全ての機能が体験版で遊べるわけではありません。またですね、これまで紹介してきたアラバスタですとかウォーターセブンの記憶の世界に関しては体験版以降の内容になっています。体験版以降の要素についてはアラバスタトレーラーですとかウォーターセブントレーラーなどの物語を紹介している映像や、またですねゲームプレイトレーラー等のゲームシステム面を紹介している映像を公式サイト等で確認いただけるようになっておりますので、そちらでですねぜひご覧いただけると嬉しいなと思ってます。ですのでまずはですね、
Was Luffy punching away explosive cannonballs?
配信から2日後以降にはですね、ぜひ皆さん自身で記憶の世界ですとか、あとは本作のですね全容を体験していただきたいと思っています。はい、長い間お待たせしてしまいました本作なんですけれども、発売まであとわずかとなりました。その分ですね、お時間をいただいた分、皆様のご期待に応えられる内容になっているというふうに思っておりますので、ぜひですね、最後まで楽しんでいただければというふうに思っています。そしてですね、発売直前ではあるんですけれども、本作の最新のトレーラーを公開予定となっておりますので、こちらもですね、
We do not have that pre-launch trailer.
本日はありがとうございました。
I checked just before we started this video. That pre-launch trailer is not available. Okay, well, congratulations to that individual for their work on the game and for it approaching its release. So that's One Piece Odyssey. You know, it makes me wish that I was a little bit more invested in One Piece. I really like JRPGs, right? I really like turn-based JRPGs. It is definitely my favorite genre of video games by a pretty significant margin. Character action games are probably right next to it, but they're kind of just like the evolution of JRPGs. But as much as I like JRPGs, and especially turn-based ones, I don't have a whole lot of desire to play this because it doesn't do what I wanted it to do in terms of story, and otherwise it's like there's lots of other turn-based JRPGs that I would like to play. So I personally probably won't be touching it, but I hope that this is something that a lot of One Piece fans do enjoy because it does look like there is a lot of quality here. It looks like it'd be a really, really fun game story and character and like location wise, if you were a fan of the game and a fan of the series, not fan of the game, a fan of the anime or the manga and of the series in general, because they are visiting previous places across the story. I don't know if the memories will have specific events in relation to what has happened in the past. It looks like there might be alternate possibilities of events that have happened in the past because of talking about like Luffy trying to save Ace and stuff like that in that circumstance, and I don't know what's happening in that particular scenario, but it definitely felt like that was something that had happened before. Luffy had likely failed to save Ace. I don't know who Ace is, and he saw that as another chance. Even if the world wasn't real, he couldn't not give everything he had to try to make up for his past failures, especially now that he has his friends with him. But regardless of all that, that's One Piece Odyssey. Like I said, it really, really looks a lot like Dragon Quest XI, which is fine. Dragon Quest XI was a really fun game. Wasn't perfect, but I definitely enjoyed it pretty significantly, and I see a lot of appeal in this game, especially with a lot of the ways that they're trying to mix up the formula of a rather what would otherwise have been a rather stock standard turn-based JRPG with One Piece paint on it. I feel like you really need to be innovative in that case to try and maybe appeal to people that aren't specifically fans of whatever franchise that you are using the licensing from. I feel like I needed popcorn for that trailer. It's very cinematic, but not overdone. I agree. It just definitely was a little hard to follow because I felt like the trailer was cut for One Piece fans and not necessarily general gamers. So, anyway, some sort of snack, maybe like a gum fruit. So I know like 5 names and 2 events in all of One Piece, so use those references where I can. So that's One Piece Odyssey. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. If you are a major One Piece fan, how are you feeling about this game? If you're like me and have no connection to One Piece whatsoever, how are you feeling about this game? I'd love to hear from you, again, down in the comments below. If you want to keep up the conversation elsewhere, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.